Welcome to Vlogmas episode 1. I'm starting filming this early because otherwise it's going to be difficult to get it out. I'm going to open my advent calendar for day 1 and 2 because this goes out on the 2nd of December. I need to double check that. And then I'm going to just talk you through what I got planned for the next couple of days and what I'm hoping to do this weekend, which I'm hoping to share with you. Hoping we'll be able to go to a National Trust property tomorrow for a Christmassy thing. There's one near us which we really like, which have a really good Christmas garland display. And because we're away from the middle of the month, we don't have a lot of time to do anything Christmassy locally. So, and we haven't been to any National Trust properties for ages because they will close after autumn half term, and then they reopen for Christmas, and then they're closed again till the spring. So we do want to make the best of that in the next couple of weeks. And obviously, I'm going to share my Advent video, and there's some of the other things I get up to day-to-day stuff. So I hope you enjoy today's video. If you're new here, my name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns. I teach knitting workshops online and in person, and I sell yarn through our website, YarnAddict.co.uk. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. So I'm teaching this weekend on Sunday in Brixham. Brixham Sewing Box in South Devon. First time I'm teaching this, I'm very excited about that. So I need to pack for that workshop later because I haven't done that. And I have everything ready. I just need to check if I need to print more patterns because we are doing my colour clutch. If I get a chance to film a bit from there, I will do, but I don't know because it's the first time I'm teaching this. I have no idea what it's going to be like. They're also primarily a, as the name implies, a fabric shop. But they do a little bit of yarn and haberdashery and stuff, but they're mainly a sewing shop, fabric shop. And I'm also teaching a spinning yarn in, not next week, the week after, but yeah, so a week and a half. My Home Comforts hot water bottles, so stranded colourwork again, that's also in Devon. Everything is linked below. And then I got Stitch Festival coming up in London in March. I booked my hotel for that yesterday. Gosh, trying to find a cheap hotel in London, even the cheap hotels are expensive. And I've actually booked an Easy Hotel, which I guess is the same company that runs EasyJet. So, but it was the ones out of the ones that weren't ridiculously expensive. That also was fairly easy to get to the venue without taking it like an hour. So there seems to be a fairly easy bus route with not too much walking. So book that. Right, let's get on with the Advent calendar. So my Advent calendar this year, and I only have one this year because last year I had one 12-day one, one 24-day one, neither of which I've knitted up yet. I've used part of my 24-day one. About 3 grams ish of each. I think it was 3 to 5 grams of each colour in this tote bag, my Pad Sew tote bag. I'm taking part in the Fasten Off Yarn Along, which means that all my patterns are 25% off until the 4th of December. So I will link everything below, so go and check that out. You can buy it on both Ravelry and PayHip. But I've got loads left of last year's the Discreet Unicorn Yarn Advent, which I need to do something with. It's DK. I don't know what to do with it at the moment. I was thinking about having it as a Advent challenge this year to try and knit it, but I have some deadline stuff that I need to focus on and loads of stuff I need to finish. So I've decided not to do that at the moment. And then I also have my 12-day Yarn Advent from last year and I can't remember who it's from now. That's embarrassing. I'll pop it on the screen if I remember. But it's beautiful. And then, because I only ordered 12 days, after Christmas, I saw obviously when I'd seen the rest of the 24 days, so the 12 days I didn't get, I really liked them, so I ordered them. So I actually got the full 24-day one, and that's a sparkly 4-ply? Yes, some of the extra ones are here. So I also want to do some with that in the new year. And I also got a spinning one last year from For the Love of Yarn, because my goal was to spin a little bit every day. I didn't do that. I don't think I've even spun up one of the 20-gram balls, whatever. It's in a basket down here. I'm not going to get it up. So that's also a challenge. I was thinking about trying to spin a little bit every day because we're only home for like the first 2 weeks of December. and because I got a lot of knitting I need to finish, I'll just see if I get around to spinning. Okay, so this year's Yarn Advent is the little grey girl. Last 2 years I really admired her, so I thought they looked gorgeous. And she also does like a extra thing. A lot of indie does do that now, where if you like their Advent, you can order it in January, and usually they'll ship it like a couple of months later. So if you missed out, obviously it's not as fun as opening it every day, but if you really liked it and you want to see what you're getting before you get it, that's a good option. Last 2 years I've been really tempted to order Little Grey Girl's Advent in January, but I haven't, because I thought I have enough that I haven't knitted with yet. And when I ordered this, I can't remember when, back in the spring, I always pay in installments, so that if they don't ship, I can at least do a chargeback for some of it through PayPal. I'll probably lose the first installment, because PayPal, I think, will only let you do a chargeback for like things you paid in the last 6 months. So just be careful if you sign up for Yarn Advents too early, in case they don't ship. This one came last week while we were in Yorkshire, and I had to play a bit of hide and seek to find it, because our postman keeps hiding it in weird places, but I did find it eventually. Luckily I checked the tracking and that showed me a picture, which helped me work out where it was. Okay, so this is the Ink and Alchemy edition 2025. I chose the Silver Sparkle sock, and it's 24 20 gram, 80 meters per ball, which gives me 1,920 meters in total. I'm not going to do anything with this at the moment. I'm going to open them all, obviously not today, and see what they look like, and then plan something else to do with them. I'm probably going to try and string them up so I can keep them in the right order. But now I'm going to open 1 and 2. I am going to have to open all of them early, because we leave for Norway middle of the month. So before we leave for Norway, I will have opened all of them. But obviously I'm not going to show you ahead of whichever day we're on. So a few days before we go to Norway, I'll just open all the rest and film it, and then slot it into the appropriate days, so I don't spoil anyone's surprise. But I'm not taking them with me to Norway, because I'm traveling with a backpack only, so I don't have room. So that's what it comes in. Brown box with a black tissue paper. There were a couple of extras. A thing of rainbow popcorn. I like popcorn, so I might like that. A tea bag, and I don't know what it is about indie dyes and tea bags. They seem obsessed with tea bags. I don't drink tea. This is Earl Grey with vanilla, Earl Grey cream. Oh, I might like that. And then a little sample thing of Eucalan unscented wool wash. That's always useful to have. These little packs are really useful to take with you on holiday, because you can hand wash like delicate things in it as well. Okay, so let's do number 1. So they're packed in these little black bags with the day on them. I've taken 1 and 2 out of the box, so I don't drop the box. I'm going to open these really carefully, because I want to also film a video in portrait to post on my social media. So I'm going to try and open them really carefully without ripping the bag to shreds. Oh, we start with a very nice bright colorway. That is the first colorway, a nice bright pink. And I went for the sparkly sock, so it's all sparkly, which is what I went for last year as well. Both of the ones I got last year were sparkly. So that's day 1. Like that. Not my favorite color, but I like it. It's a promising start. I think this one was like grays and bright colors or something. Matter. Ooh. So normally Little Grey Girls is like a gradient. I don't know whether this is going to be a gradient. I know it's said about being moody grace, and oh, here's the card. Hang on, I've just found it. What does it say here? This is the card. So that's the inspiration board, I guess. This year, color takes center stage from moody grays to rich glowing brights. Ink and Alchemy celebrates the magic that happens when grayscale meets vibrancy. So day 1, bright. Day 2, charcoal grey, nearly black. Interesting. So maybe we won't get a gradient. Maybe we'll get it mixed every other day. It'll be interesting to see, but I like those. Okay, what else do I need to do today? I need to sort out my latest clutch patterns. I knitted this, I don't know, months ago. September, October, and then when I was in Norway in November, I knitted this. Now with this one, I ran out of yarn and beads earlier than I ran out of yarn and beads in this one, so this one's taller. This one I've sewn in the lining because I was going to use, hang on, this clutch frame from Mommy and Florrie, but I didn't have any super glue to attach it. I managed to get a screw in, but I can't get it out. My problem is that I've done more repeats on this one. I had 2 bags of beads, which should be approximately 500 in each bag, and I used more than that on this. Well, I used the 2 bags. There was a few beads left, but when I counted them, there were more than 500 beads, more than 1,000 beads. This one also used 2 bags, with a few left. And this one also used slightly more than 500 beads, or about 500 beads. So on this one, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 and a half repeats. On this one, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 repeats. So I think I'm going to undo the lining of this one and rip out a couple of repeats so they're the same height. And then I need to make the lining for that one and attach my regular clutch frame on this one, and then attach a black clutch frame on this one. So I like to try and get that done. I was thinking of getting it done today. I don't think I'm going to get all that done today. I will take the lining out of this. I might make the lining for this one today and then take the lining out of that one. I want to finish my pink vest as well today, my pink fluffy mohair silk vest today as well. I only got the armhole edgings to do. I've started one, so I want to finish that today. That's my priority. So I might this afternoon get my sewing machine downstairs, make the lining for this and unpick the lining for that, and then if I finish my sweater, I'll start unpicking this, and then because I want to write a pattern, I want to get that off to my tech editor by like middle of next week. Good morning, it is Monday morning, so I didn't get a chance to film anymore on Friday, but I did film a bit on Saturday. So Saturday we went to spin class in the morning. That's our regular Saturday morning thing if we are home. So we did that Saturday morning, came home, showered, got changed, had lunch, all that kind of stuff. And then we went to Coteal National Trust property, which is near Saltash in southeast Cornwall. It's about half an hour from where we live. And they have a beautiful Christmas garland. So I'll put some video up while I talk about it. They have a beautiful Christmas garland every year. So most of the house is closed. It's only the Great Hall where the garland is, and the kitchen, and a display room, but they have a little bit about the history of the Christmas garland and stuff. And then they have a small library which is decorated for Christmas, and then a Christmas tree which they have these baubles, glass baubles, with some of the dried flowers from the Christmas garland. So the Christmas garland, they grow all the flowers on the estate, and then they harvest them, dry them, and then make the Christmas garland. Colours are slightly different every year. This year it was brighter. Last year it was more pinks and purples, I think. And this year it seemed brighter, more yellows in it. But it's absolutely stunning, and it's very popular. I think at the moment they're only open on weekends. You don't have to book in advance, but it can get quite busy. So I think sometimes there is a bit of a waiting time to get in. When we came outside, you can look from the back of the property across to Calstock in Cornwall, and you can see the Calstock viaduct where the train goes over. I think it's called the Calstock Viaduct, but you can see that from the outside, the back of the property. And we came out and there was a beautiful rainbow, and lots of people trying to take pictures of the rainbow. Absolutely beautiful rainbow, and it was there for ages. And we had a short walk around the garden, and then we went to the coffee shop, and I had a Cornish cream tea, scones with cream tea and jam, and hot chocolate, which was very nice, because I hadn't really had an awful lot for lunch. And then we came home. It was a bit rain on and off, so the weather wasn't great, but we did really enjoy going to Coteal. Yesterday I was teaching at Brixham Sewing Box in Brixham in Devon. It was the first workshop there. Teaching again there next Sunday. I had 6 ladies for my colour clutch workshop. I haven't unpacked yet, so they're in my bag. But I got a picture I took of all of them at the point where they got to at the end of the workshop. So I'll pop that up here. 6 ladies. Couple of them, 2 or 3 of them may have done colour work before, but most of them hadn't. So there was a lot of new stuff. We also added beads. So they knitted the base before the workshop, and then we picked up stitches and did the colour work. Lots of counting. So it was quite a workshop than normal because all the counting. And really enjoyable day. Sandy at Brixham Sewing Box did a fantastic job hosting us. She had made a fantastic lunch, lasagna with salad and baguette and fruit afterwards, and then some Welsh cakes and hot drinks in the afternoon. Love Welsh cakes. And she even gave me some to take home, so I had another one in the evening, and Simon had two. And then so fantastic. It was a fantastic day. I really enjoyed it. Back there again on Sunday. I think there are still some spaces on Sunday's workshop. So if you're in South Devon and you fancy coming along, do contact Sandy. I'll put her contact details below. It's my finishing techniques workshop on Sunday. You do need to bring some swatches for that to work on, but I will have spares. So if you're booking last minute and you haven't got time to knit them, don't worry about it. I've got loads of spares because I knitted them for my workshops in Harrogate last weekend. So I have loads of squares I can bring for you to practice sewing up and picking up stitches and things like that. So looking forward to that on Sunday. And then now it's Monday morning. I'm going to run some errands in a minute, and then I haven't done anything about those beaded clutch bags yet. And then I'm going to work out how much I need to unpick on the first beaded clutch I made, and then start doing that, I think, so I can re-knit the edging and get that finished today or tomorrow, because I really like to get the pattern off to my tag editor by Wednesday at the latest. So I'm going to do that. I've got a very quiet week this week till Sunday. So today I'm going to do a few jobs. I finished my mohair silk vest. I wore it yesterday. I wore a pink, light pink linen shirt, and I wore that over the top. I wore it for the workshop, but I had to take it off after a while because it got a bit warm in there with the heating on. But it was perfect at the start of the workshop. I'm wearing in the car because it kept me nice and warm. I really, really like it. I love the fit of it and the length and everything. It's beautiful, but obviously it's mohair. I'll pop a picture up of it. I'm not going to put it on with my black top today because it'll just be covered in pink fluff. Obviously it's mohair, so it is fluffy, and I really fancy making the same one in the alpaca silk that I use for my pink sweater and my grey sweater that I've worn a lot, because that's not as fluffy. It is a little bit fluffy, but it doesn't shed as much as the mohair silk. So I was looking last night to see whether it'd be cheaper to order it here. I did find it from a shop called Knit, K-N-I-T-T. They have a shop somewhere, Home Counties somewhere, I think. I'm not quite sure where. And they've just opened, like a week or two ago, a shop in Totnes in Devon. But I'm not sure they sell this yarn in the shop, so I might message them. I am meeting a friend on Thursday this week who lives closest to Totnes, but we're not meeting in Totnes. I was thinking about rearranging it so I could pop to Totnes into this yarn shop. I may have to leave it till after Christmas. But I was considering it is cheaper for me to order the yarn here in the UK rather than ordering it in Norway. But I also feel like I should be knitting from my stash this year, or for the next year, because of the fact that we may be moving in a year, or we will be moving at some point, hopefully in the next year or in a year's time. So I feel like I need to try and do something about reducing my stash. Having said that, if I got the yarn before I went to Norway or ordered it to have it delivered to Norway, I could probably finish that while I was in Norway. I mean, I didn't finish the other one, but I was in Norway, and that was 2 weeks. So there's no guarantee I'd finish this one, but I could try. See, I don't know what to do. I'm hesitating a little bit at the moment. I'd order the yarn and get it sent to my parents, buy it when I get to Norway. I don't think my mum's local yarn shop stocks that yarn though. So I don't know whether I'll get a chance to buy it or whether I order it here and start it before I go. But I don't know, we'll see. So that's the plan for today. I'm going to go to the gym this afternoon because I haven't been very good at going to the gym since I came back from Norway. I've been going to spin classes. This last week was the first week since I came back from Norway that I did 3 spin classes. And I'm doing the same this week. But I haven't been very good at going to the gym. So I went to the gym on Thursday and just did weights, and I had to go down on all the machines I do. I had to go down, drop down in weight. So I need to get back into going to the gym twice a week, this week and next week, before we go to Norway again. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And check out the Fast Enough Yarn Along discount below, and the Stitch Festival workshops in London in March, and my workshop at Spinny Yarn next week, and the workshop at Bricks and Sewing Books on Sunday. Everything is linked below. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you on Friday for another video.